Let's go ahead and start with the first video, which you can find on Coursera, and its slides you can find here by this link. Okay, so let me go through what is a neural network. Okay, so here Andrew Young actually was focusing more on welcoming and telling us context behind deep learning. Okay, so the slide goes like this: right? AI is the new electricity, and electricity, which had impacted so many diverse fields, the same way AI is going to impact so many diverse fields. This is the case. Okay, and that's why we should be learning that is the whole summary of the slide. I actually think that this is an understatement. Simply saying that AI is as big as electricity, I think it is even more powerful than that, because if you just check human history, right, since we became from hunter gatherers, we became farmers. That time period is around 10 to 12,000 years of human history. If you really want to context behind what I'm saying, there is an extremely great video, new calendar for humanity. It's a great video, and if you want, you can actually also buy a calendar, which is here by my favorite YouTuber. I just can't pronounce his name. So this video gives you a brief summary of what happened in past 12,000 years. Okay, so going back to this thing, let's check in terms of past 12,000 years technology. We had things like fire, wheel, metal usage, stone as tools. Then we had industries, cars, electricity, steam engine, right, computers. But if you check in most of the machines we built over time, they were machines which are augmenting our physical power. Okay, so the way pyramids were built, they probably used a lot more manpower and complicated trolley system. Now we have a machine which is able to augment our power combined with some energy which we have figured out how to convert, right? So most of the machines we have built in past 12,000 years, they are which what amplify our physical power. Okay, there was one machine which started amplifying our processing, thinking power, just computers. Computers execute the written code. That's it. Their intelligence came from being able to execute the program which they have been told to execute. And the power of computer comes from the fact that it can execute it very fast for as long as we want. So by simply having more computers running the same program, we can actually scale. So still the machines we have, computer still wasn't intelligent machine. AI is the first machine which combines that intelligence. Rather, it has ability to learn. It is not intelligent, but artificial intelligence, which is trying to simulate our intelligence, it has ability to learn. We can train it. So it's the first machine, first of its kind, I think, which is gonna augment our processing power. And that is an incredible thing. So AI is not a new electricity. Data is not new. I think it's even bigger than that. But will this entire transformation happen in next 10, 20, 30 years? That is not instantaneous. So I think in a big picture thing, AI is going to be huge, and it is just a start of a completely new era. And that is what AI is a foundation of. And trying to get onto this when the entire field is nascent, I think is a good time. It is actually a very strategic choice. It's a choice which I made back in 2015. I came into data science field simply because it was a more rewarding, financially rewarding option. And then over time, I was having fun with it. But initially, my intention was just the money it was providing, and it is still the same thing. It is highly in demand, so it is highly powerful, way more powerful than electricity, I think, and it is highly profitable if you are good at it. So this is kind of like supposed to set up why we should be learning deep learning, right? But I also think there are a few more categories since my experience of training students and working professionals for more than 5 years now. There are a few categories. Category number one is for those who are just thinking practically, those who are reading news. Oh, so many people are being laid off. AI is going to replace so many jobs and blah blah blah. This is a new technology which seems to be future proof, and that's a simple, common sense, practical decision for learning. I think bravo, practical thought process. I really admire it, and learning decision should be taken practically, and then you can figure out how you can learn and achieve that goal. So there is a one category of students, and that for them this is a great path. And the second, people who are just worried, people who are scared that AI is going to take their job, and they are going to learn AI and deep learning in panic, just trying to run away. I What is going to happen in future, actually nobody knows, but let me tell you what I think. I think economy is made by the people for the people. Okay, the whole economic engine, its foundation is not machines, it's humans. So eventually economy is gonna be around whatever is gonna be a problem humans have, and the money is gonna be a just side effect of that, solving that problem. So I don't think your job is a threat. As long as there are problems to solve, which humans are facing, that is what is gonna pay salary. That is what is gonna give us money. So if you're thinking that all my jobs are gonna go away, that is not how it is. Most likely, your current job will be merged with some capabilities of AI, and you have a much more powerful tool at your command, and you need to work with it. So this fear of just abandoning the ship, thinking that it is a sinking ship, that is not right. And a proof of that I can tell: man versus machine. Gary. Hmm, I think this is the TED talk. Which, don't fear intelligent machines, work with them. You should really watch this TED talk. Gary Kasparov, he is what Federer is to tennis. He is to chess. Okay, amazing, amazing player. Really, the most amazing player, I think, until he was beaten by Carlsen, I guess. But really amazing. He was the first man who lost against machine. Okay, Deep Blue, I think, and it's a TED talk he has given after that. So in that, he tells how working with the machines is actually the way to go. So the second category of people who are just worrying for the job, don't worry, just kind of learn and adapt according to whatever the new AI thing is doing, and to with it you shouldn't have any problem ever. Okay. Then there's another category which is I call puppy eye category, which is I want to change the world. Okay. And these courses like these are kind of like to blame courses which are very top down. So the problem we solve is actually quite big problem. Okay, but the thing is, simply replicating steps of someone else's solution does not actually mean that you can solve any problem of that complexity, right? So to the puppy-eyed people, it is not that easy. No change is easy. So I think if your intention is just that, probably you need to kind of like course correct and understand that things happen in a slow way. And if that is your only reason of learning deep learning, I would rather say don't, because anyways, things are always difficult and change always takes time, right? So then there is another category which is money, and that money thing, of course, understand. I also had the same intention before, but to actually achieve that, people just start and they are not able to continue and they stop. So the most common mistake was actually stopping. I myself have attempted to start and finish this course for so many times and I failed. So maintaining motivation is quite important. So this slide is about motivating us about why to learn deep learning. But I've just tried to elaborate more, and we need to actually intentionally do motivation management. We need to intentionally reduce the effort it takes us to track what is we are learning, when is the deadline, what should I do, blah blah blah. So by doing that, we can be more effective and efficient in learning, and we can actually finish. So that was the first lecture, which was in what is a neural network section, I guess. Not even the whole thing. Introduction to deep learning. This is just the welcome slide. So I think I talked for 10 minutes on a welcome slide.